I want to tell you something I wish someone had told me 10, 20 years ago. You are the showrunner of your life. But most people, maybe you're still acting like you're an extra. You're waiting to be picked. You're waiting to be noticed. We wait to be told we're ready. And in that waiting, we are wasting the very story we were born to tell. So today, I want to help you flip that script. For 20 years, I was behind the scenes, literally. I worked on shows like 60 Days In, Intervention, Homeland, Triple Digit Flip, Duck Dynasty. And as an executive producer, I helped shape the story and I helped pick the cast. I was one of the final people that made all the final calls. But here's the part that hit me the hardest after I left the day-to-day of the television business. I knew how to make people on screen unforgettable, but I had no idea how to step into the spotlight myself. I spent so long building everyone else's story that I forgot to write my own. Didn't know how to write my own. Does that sound familiar to you? Maybe you've built an incredibly solid, outstanding career. Maybe people respect you like no other. But you're starting to realize you're not the one directing the story. Maybe not anytime, or definitely not anymore. And the longer you let someone else run the show, the further you drift from the story you're meant to live. So, what does it mean to be the showrunner? Well, it means don't just react. Don't just react to life. You've got to produce it, just like I did every day for so many years. You're making the casting decisions. You're in that role now. You control who gets access to you. You have the ability to say no. You're also writing scenes. Every day, you get to create what your day is. Wow. Terrifying? Yes. Thrilling? Absolutely. You are setting the tone about how you show up in your brand, in your business, and arguably, as important as both of those, your home. And this is where people get stuck, because certainly I have gotten stuck here. They think they need permission to change the script. What does that mean? Do you need permission to pivot careers? To change your identity? To start posting on social media, put yourself out there? To finally build the brand you've been sitting on for years because you weren't allowed to? But let me tell you something. No one is coming. No one's coming to rewrite it for you. No one's going to push you over the cliff. And no one's going to run your show unless you do first. And after you run your show, they're going to come and watch it. They're going to want to be part of it. They're going to want to be on your team. And this is one of the reasons why I created the 7 scripts you need to build a $2 bill brand. Not fluff. It's not branding theory. It's the actual Hollywood-style story structure I used behind over $2 billion worth of content. And now I've adapted it for you. Inside, you're going to get fill-in-the-blank prompts that help you define your voice, craft your hook, share your origin, and finally, build the brand you were born to lead, to produce, to create. Because you are not just a participant anymore. You're not here to react. You're the producer, director. You're the one in the chair calling the shots. You are showrunner. So I remember the first time I felt the shift, and I'm not there yet. I'm not that far from you, but I remember the first time. I was sitting on the floor of my office after we got into contract and started our first house flip. I had stepped out of the day-to-day of the television world and into my own story. And that flip wasn't just about the house. It was the first time I saw the proof. You can evolve in your 40s. You can build a brand from scratch. And you can pivot and evolve and still be exactly who you are meant to be at any stage of your life. Are you still waiting for permission? This is it. I got you. Download the 7 scripts you need to build a $2 bill brand and take the first step toward building a life and a brand no one can look away from. And next week, we're going to go deeper into this process. I'm going to show you exactly how we built iconic, unforgettable brands in television. Actually, that's going to be in 2 weeks. Next week's going to be full of inspiration and motivation as we enter the Memorial Day weekend and our first unofficial week of summer. You've got to think about things differently now that you're heading into this time. So I'm telling you right now, yes, you're not behind. You're not invisible. I see you. You're just way too unscripted. Now, you are the one calling action. You're the one calling action. So let's roll the tape.